welcome back to Salty Sunshine, where we shoot the salt. How you doing, Mama?
I think I am still laughing from, was it Saturday night? Sunday night. I'm still laughing. I'm laughing over here. That's how I'm doing.
Why are you laughing?
You know, the best roast ever, the Tom Brady world's best roast. Isn't it called world's best roast or something?
Mm.
Because he's like the best at everything. It's like a whole thing. Like, if
Ah,
you're going to roast him, it's going to be the best. And it is the best. It's not the best roast. It's the best comedy I've ever seen in my entire existence. It was like,
wow.
I can watch it over and over. It's just like a Friends episode, just regurgitate. Like I could just keep, replay, replay, replay. It's just as funny
It's
every
because they
time.
didn't hold back.
It's because there was no woke crap. They just said what they
Mm-hmm.
wanted. Um, it was just everybody killed it. There was a few exceptions. No offense, but Will Ferrell was not funny. I know you haven't seen the whole thing. You've seen clippets. It is 3 hours long. So it's long, but Will Ferrell, I never really thought he was that funny. Do you think he's funny?
Um, Only in movies. I've never seen
Yeah.
him do comedy, and he can be okay. It
I
depends
mean,
on like a certain setting.
I'll chuckle sometimes, but as far as like funny, he's not funny to me. He's just
Hmm.
not it. I don't get his humor. I don't. It doesn't make me laugh. But so he was up there, and I didn't think he was great. Ben Affleck bombed. Oof, that was rough.
He doesn't seem like someone who would be funny.
It was rough. I mean, Kim Kardashian, she's not a comedian, but she said the jokes, and the jokes are funny. Like
Mm-hmm.
he went on about fans and how they support you and if they don't, and he was like having a moment. We're like, do you need your therapist? Like, what's happening? It was bad.
Oh,
No, it was bad.
weird.
It was like, can you stop? Like, is this like make it over? Oh my god, it was bad. Okay, so, and it's so funny, the headlines, they're so misleading, right? Because the reason I even knew it was on, because I didn't see it advertised anywhere. I didn't know it was on. It was live,
Me either.
and it was live. It was
Oh,
yeah, it was live on Netflix Sunday night, and it's part of like Netflix like Funny Fest or something, Comedy Fest or something. And Just for Laughs, maybe. I don't remember the name, but it was live. And so I watched it Monday morning. Like, I get up at the crack of dawn, so I just put it on. And I watched some of it, and then after work I watched the rest. But everyone said that he left so pissed, and he wasn't pissed at all. Like, it's such, they lie so
Tom
much.
Brady, they think he left mad?
They were claiming that in the news. Then that's what I had seen to even
No.
go see what it was. But he wasn't like, they're just liars out here in the media. So Kevin Hart did a fantastic job. He was
Mm-hmm.
so funny, and I was chuckling so much because he wouldn't stop standing up, and every time he stood up, he was the same height as everyone else sitting down, or even shorter. Like it was so, and he was laughing. I think he had the best time out of anybody there. He didn't care. Like he has thick skin. Like
Yeah,
he
and he
gets
was picked
comedy.
on like the
Yeah,
most after Tom Brady.
but no, the Gronk. I actually feel bad for him. I
Who's
actually
the
feel bad.
Gronk?
What's his name? The Tom Brady's sidekick, the other
Oh,
football
is
player.
it the I think I
Rob.
did see some where like he doesn't have a ring, like a Super Bowl ring, that one?
No, no.
Oh,
Rob Gronkowski.
no.
No, he has the one that doesn't have a Super Bowl ring is this guy right here. The I'll tell you his name.
Mm.
Randy Moss. Anyways,
Right.
so Rob the Gronk or whatever, he has this thing of like he's dumb, but they
Mm.
went so hard on him, and I think it's probably like a smidgen of truth that he's a little. So that's why it's sad, because it's true. Like if they say things, they can make fun of you, but who, like, you're divorced or whatever, but who cares? Like that's not you, your personality. Like
Yeah.
that's why it made it sad. Then like
Aw.
no, but he took it like a champ. I think he was dying at the end. He probably wanted to punch somebody, but when he got up and he did the roast, and even then they were making fun of him because he kind of lost his way. And Kevin Hart goes, "Sound it out. You could do it. Sound like it was bad." And then he kind of lost his way, and at that he grabbed his shot glass and he threw it on the floor, and the glass went. I'm like, unscripted. Like he just went off the rails. Like but not in a piss way, but in a like I don't. No one knows it. Whatever. He was fine after that, but it was wild. I did feel bad for him, but I think he took it.
Oh,
He took it well. You know, the star of the night, though. You know who that was? Nikki
Tom?
Glazer. Nikki
Oh,
Glazer. She is so freaking funny.
she is
She
actually really funny, and she's like very likable too.
she's the host of F Boy Island.
Yeah, I've actually been watching it.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah,
Okay,
because
good.
it's the girl version now. It's like Lovers and Liars.
Okay, I'm gonna go watch it. I'll
Hmm.
put it on my list. I love her. I loved her. I didn't know who she was when I watched F Boy Island, but I thought she was so funny, and I had no idea she was a comedian back then when it
Hmm.
first came out, the F Boy Island. But she was so funny. She killed everybody up there so naturally. I was dying when she said. Did you see her clip?
Yeah,
When she said, "It's hard to leave things behind that's not your pregnant ex-girlfriend, your pregnant girlfriend." That was the line of the night. That was the funniest. That was so funny. But she was great.
she
And
was really funny. Even like keep the what was it? Kevin Hart. Let's keep it Kevin Hart.
let's keep it Kevin Hart, the second best line of the night. Um, no, and she killed that guy, Jeff Ross. He was really good too. I think he was the best one after her.
Hmm.
They were all so good. They were all great. But Jeff Ross, he really took it like a champ because I guess he was overweight. And she's like, "Isn't it nice to know that your weight wasn't what makes it disgusting to look at you?"
Oh,
She's like, "You put the ick in Ozempic." I'm telling you, I'm gonna rewatch this thing like for the rest of my life. I'm gonna be 85 years old and I'm gonna be watching this because it literally is the funniest. Thank you everybody that put that together because it's gold. It made
it
me
is
so
gold.
happy. It made me so happy. And
How do you feel about Kim Kardashian getting booed?
so I saw the article you sent me that said that they cut out a lot of the booing in the
Hmm.
episode.
Apparently, it was a
But,
lot longer than what it shows on Netflix.
right. But
Hmm.
they couldn't. It was live, Brianna. So I wonder.
Well, I guess if you rewatch it, then that version might be shorter.
Okay. I didn't even see it live. So maybe you're right.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, she went up there. They booed her. She gave it a silence, and Kevin Hart got up like, "Hey, hey, hey!" He's trying to everybody shut up. Like, and then she kept on. She was actually very funny. Um, and then she got applauded. But at the end, when it was at the very end, Tom Brady got up and did his thing, which was brutally amazing. And he roasted everyone. And he's like, "And Kim, thank you for coming. I know it was hard for you, not because of this, but because you had to leave your kids with their dad. It was so bad." There was another one.
She definitely, on the outside, took it like a champ, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
she went home and cried.
So I give the most brutal comedian the award, Tony Hinchcliffe. He was savage, but in a mean. It was everyone else was really funny and brutal, but he was like mean. Like it was icky. He was a
Mm.
lot. Like he's like, speaking of whales, Kim Kardashian's like vagina. Like she has more meat. I don't know. It was bad. It was bad. Like he was brutal. He was brutal. So I didn't care
Yeah,
for
see,
him
there's
too
a
much.
fine line between comedy and just like makes you
That's just nasty.
uncomfortable,
Yeah.
not that funny.
I didn't like it.
Yee.
I didn't like it. But there was a point when what's his name? Jeff Ross. He's up there saying whatever. And so this guy that I guess he owned the team or whatever, Kraft, the old guy, Robert Kraft. He's like a huge billionaire or whatever. So he's like a dad to Tom Brady. And he was on the fence about going, and Tom didn't think he'd want to go because he's older and he doesn't want to hear all this like awful things said about whatever. But he did go. And so when Jeff was up there talking whatever, he said a joke because I think that something happened with him and like, I don't know, like in the news about sex or something or videos or something. But Tom
Oh,
Brady,
about Tom Brady and the coach.
he got up and he's like, "Don't ever fucking say that again" to the comedian. And they caught it on camera. And
Oh.
then the guy's like, "Oh, like, oh shit." Like, yes.
I wonder how many times that happens where like we think they're taking it like a champ and then behind closed doors they're like,
I
don't
think that was
ever.
But that was like that one thing. He's like, don't go. Like it was just one thing because they talked about his ex-wife. They talked about so
Mhm.
many things, and he was fine with everything. But because it was more like talking about your mom. It was like that kind of.
Mhm.
Because he even said, I want to toughen you up. So after the after party, I'm going to try to fuck your sister. And his sister was Tom Brady's sister was in the audience. So he didn't care. He was
Mhm.
laughing, but I think that guy was like a father figure, and he knew. I don't know. He was like protective of him. So that was interesting. Uncalled
Ooh.
for because you actually this is your roast. It was your idea, so shut up.
Yeah, it's all fair game.
What are you gonna do?
I love how they roast everyone at the roast.
So tell me, have you ever seen a roast before? Because I feel like I
No.
haven't seen one in so long, but I don't recall ever seeing a roast that they talk about. That's what made this one so good, I think,
Mhm.
because they destroyed everybody.
And I think it lightens it up too.
Yeah,
Like it's not just like bashing one
I
person. It's
know
like
that gets
everyone kind of
boring.
gets a taste of it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What was so amazing too is because like you had the football players and then you had the comedians, and there's all these men that are getting torn apart, and that was lovely to watch. Like it wasn't just like executives, or it's like these guys that think they're hot and they have money and they're like, and then the other ones that
Yeah.
they think they're so funny and they're just getting ripped to shreds. I'm like, that's just what it made it like so good.
And the fact that Nikki Glazer was like one of the few women there and she was like killed it.
No, you know who else killed it? I mean, she is a woman, but I think she's obviously gay. Sam J. She murdered it.
I don't know who that is.
She's funny. Oh, and
Hmm.
she's funny. She's good. I liked her a lot. Um, but who's the other one? That football player? Nikki Glaser called him. He's not on here that I'm seeing on the list. So he's part of the football field players, and she's like, when she's talking about why don't you have a ring to the other guy? She's like, even this guy has 3 rings around his cock, you squinty-eyed fuck boy. So good. I was dying. It was so good. Okay, so that's my take on the roast. So I hope
Very
you watch
funny.
it. When you after you watch the whole thing and you have like half a day to spare, we'll talk about it again next week if you have anything to add. Do you have anything to add that you saw?
No, I just had to add that all I really noticed was the Kim K situation.
Yeah, and then so I think that was in LA, and then she flew and went to the Met Gala, which we could talk about next.
Oh, right. Yeah, a bunch of people were upset because they're like, that's not her scene. Like, why is she there for the comedy one? But she was
A lot of
invited. I
people,
mean,
a lot of people were there. I
I think
mean, why
people are
not?
just sick of her. But all
Okay.
right, let's talk about Kim then first.
Are we going to talk about the alien waistline that's happening on her body and what medically induced situation is happening? Like what I was so distracted by her waist that it made me feel ill. Like I felt like I couldn't breathe.
The fact that Ariana Grande wore a corset that night and Kim K's waist is smaller than Ariana Grande is crazy.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
How does that happen?
and that's not natural for her waist to go like that and then her hips to go like that.
No, it's like physically impossible. Like
I
what?
think she took out a rib. That's like
You
a
think?
cosmetic thing. I remember a friend when we were little wanted that because she heard it was like a plastic surgery
Yeah,
cosmetic.
that's been around forever. They used to say that about Janet Jackson, I think. It's been around
She
forever, but
definitely got her rib removed.
okay, why would she get her rib removed and not her ass? Like, make it make sense.
Well, she
Get rid
wants
of your
that
ass.
unattainable kind of body.
The ass is what makes her look not great. I'm sorry. She got rid of that ass. She turned into a way hotter version of herself. Like, it looks like a big ass pillow diaper. I hate it.
But yeah, it just looks like a diaper. And the thing
It
is, she
doesn't
would
match.
naturally have a nice butt. Like, it's just not necessary.
And it doesn't match the rest of her body. And she's really
Yeah.
short. So I think if she got rid of that, it will make her look more youthful.
Mm-hmm. No, I
I mean,
agree.
she might have already got rid of some of it because it used to be much bigger.
Oh, she definitely did. There was no way she could be this small with the butt she had before.
Can you imagine? She would look like a caricature.
Yeah,
I mean, she kind
which
of
she
already
slightly
was.
does. But
Yeah.
do you like the outfit though overall? with like the
I thought the dress.
cardigan, the metal.
Um, I didn't hate it. I don't like her
Yeah,
hair. I think the hair messed it up for me.
yeah, same. The hair messed it up. I don't really like that white on her. I don't know. She looks like
No.
washed out, but
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. And then she
No.
posted like an information about why she
Oh,
wore what
okay.
she wore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like her like running through the garden like with her boyfriend's sweater on. Like it's supposed to be like, and
I
that's why
think
her
it's
hair
a
is a little messy.
right. I think it's a replay on like a either a movie or Marilyn Monroe something like a replay of.
Hmm.
Yeah, I heard her say that.
Yeah. So I don't hate it, but not my top.
The corset thing with Kylie Jenner too. Her waist was like it's like they all did the same procedure or something.
Kylie. Oh, I don't think I saw Kylie. Did she even walk the carpet?
Oh my God, yeah, she looked really. I actually really loved her look.
I saw like a picture of her, but I didn't see like her on the carpet. It was just
Oh
like
no, I
from
loved her
her
hair. I
top up.
loved her makeup. I loved her dress. I thought
I
she looked
totally
really
missed
great.
that.
She had the pointy boobs, the long back. I loved it. The flower in her hair.
Hmm. Oh, I see it now. Oh, I like
Looked really
hers.
yeah,
See,
beautiful.
that's a take on like the theme with like just keeping it like fashion instead of like costumey.
Yes. Yeah, there was a lot of over
Hmm.
the top. Like we saw that girl that had to get picked up and like carried up the stairs because she couldn't move her legs.
Yeah, the one where it's like clay almost.
Yeah,
And then
that
for
was
the after
wild.
party, they like videotaped the stylist cutting the dress. So it's like a shorter dress.
So I love to watch this stuff, but that's my worst nightmare to go to one of these things. Like that's just too I like to be comfortable. Like it's just too much. I like to watch it. I just don't want to do it.
My dream is to walk red carpets and like dress up however I want to
But
dress
like
up.
that, you would wear like a crazy like box over your head and like not be able to
See, I
walk.
feel like I would always be more like what Kylie Jenner wore.
Well, I
Like
could do what
theme, but
Kylie
keep
Jenner
it.
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I
other
don't think
stuff.
I would ever go. Well, I would do like what Zendaya did.
Yeah, she looked great. Why does she always look so much better than everyone else? Like, why do they give her special
Her
fashion
stylist,
treatment?
Chef's Kiss, and then she also has style on her own. So it's like, I don't know. They just work beautifully together.
But her
They are a
stylist
dream
has
team.
he has to work for other people too, right?
He stopped doing fashion like that. I think he only has like her, maybe one other person, but he only has like set people.
Because I was gonna say, if she looks so fabulous, he should style other people that look just as fabulous. But she's always like the most fabulous.
Right, but he like doesn't do the fashion game anymore, apparently.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
But she had two looks. Which one
yeah,
did you like? I mean, I like them both. I don't know.
the blue one I think I loved better,
Yeah.
and like the one with the hat with all the flowers was cool. It's just black though. Lana Del Rey's outfit was crazy with the box.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's honestly very her.
Yeah,
Like,
she
it
was with
goes with her.
and she was walking with Kim Kardashian, and they looked like such an odd pair. Like it was like funny to look at. But
Oh my God. Someone was like, name these two people or like what they are, wrong answers only, like not the Met Gala. And someone was like, the tinfoil and parchment paper in my drawer. It's so funny.
oh my god, the comments are the best part
I know.
of everything. Actually,
Um, oh shoot, who was I about to, oh, okay, I just saw Dua Lipa's. Hers is like a flimsy, not so cute version of Kendall Jenner.
mm-hmm.
Did you see Dua's?
No, I mean maybe. Oh, Dua
Theirs is very
Lipa's.
sweet.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Kind of
Um.
reminds me of Kendall's.
Oh, I liked the way Kendall looked. I didn't like her hair though, but I liked it.
Oh, I loved it. No, I loved everything about Kendall's.
You did? No,
I don't
I
know
think
how
she looked
anyone could hate that
gorgeous.
one.
No,
Huh?
I think she looked gorgeous. I just her hair looked a little like teenager for me. Like she looked like she
I
was
think it looks
auditioning.
very.
She looked like she was auditioning for Game of Thrones.
That's the point. It's like a fairy.
Well, it's Sleeping Beauty. It's not Game of
No,
Thrones.
it's running through the garden. So that's why so many people look like fairies.
Okay, but so when they described like what the theme was, it's like Sleeping Beauty means awakening flowers. It's not technically running through the gardens, but it could be any variation of like whimsical, you know? But that's not Game of
Right. She
Thrones.
looks whimsical.
I guess. I just don't like the hair.
I love it. Do you like the butt crack?
Which one?
Um,
J
Kendall.
Lo?
She had like on the bottom, like in the back.
Oh, she has a butt crack?
You didn't see that? That's what people are talking about. They're like, it looks unfinished because it like goes down to her butt crack.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's literally like a hint of her butt crack in the back.
I'm not a fan of that, but yeah, no. I'm not a fan of that look. Speaking of that, J Lo and who else? Emma Radical, whatever her name. I don't know her
Uh,
last name. Was
Emma's, I
stupid.
cannot.
I can't. So all they look like they were naked in the back. I don't like that look. I don't think it looks pretty. It's like
Okay. Emma
vulgar.
Ratajkowski, her outfits are so boring. It's
I don't think
like,
that's her
we
last
get
name.
it. You could show your tits. So fun. But like she does it every time. So it's nothing new, exciting. Like it's so boring at this point. It's like, oh,
Radical.
her tits, okay. Like we see them all the
Yeah,
time in outfits.
yeah. Like everything has to be so revealing when that's not fashion. Like
And it's not even like a cool outfit. Like
right.
Kendall or Kyle, no, Kendall showed her the butt crack, but like it's like
Yeah,
a cool outfit. It's like in a different way, whatever. Her, it's literally just a whole thing of mesh. Like there's nothing else to it.
yeah. It's
We
just
haven't seen
sex,
that
sex,
a
sex.
thousand times already.
And J Lo's outfit, it's like that's a Tuesday for her. Like she's always wearing that kind of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, and then it was funny because her hair was like they did like an up bump, but it was like kind of like messy, like she just went running. And they're like, her hairstyles has to be fired. Like she looked like she was like out of breath, and the oh my god, it was so funny. What did you think about the
Yeah.
girl from Madeline Klein from Outer Banks,
Oh.
the blonde girl? Her dress was
Mm,
interesting. It was like a button down collared. It's pretty. Look, it's pretty. See it?
yeah, I see it.
It looks good. It's
Honestly,
different.
yeah. It's cute.
It's a different. It's not. It's a different take with the flower, but collared shirt. You know, I
Right.
like it.
I like hers. Healthy ballerini.
No,
It looks cheap.
cheap. Let me see.
Yeah. Like that mesh with flowers.
Oh yeah, it was just like Jessica Biel. She had that a big pink poofy flowery. It was very literal. They interpreted like it
Right.
was too literal. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I did not like hers. Um,
Ariana Grande. She looked like a
I
little
didn't.
Tinkerbell. She
She
looked
looked like a
crazy.
little Tinkerbell. Honestly, I think she looked cute.
Yeah. Serena Williams. Oh, I didn't like that one. No, I don't like that.
Mm,
That's gold tinfoil. I didn't like that. Demi Moore was there too. She looked great. All right. Well, it was a lot of fun. Cardi B looked crazy. She looks like Maleficent. She looks
oof,
like
oh, I
I,
see her now.
look. She looks like Angelina Jolie from Maleficent. Go to Vogue magazine on Instagram. They have all the looks really good, and they have video like you can see it.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at
Anyways,
E, but yeah.
no, Vogue magazine is better.
Oh, okay.
No, it just shows everything really good. All right, that's enough of the Met Gala. Let's move on.
Did you like Gigi's? I thought hers was really cute.
Gigi Hadid. You know, I didn't realize she's dating that guy,
Yeah, Bradley Cooper.
and they have a baby. No?
They definitely do not.
Oh,
She has a baby.
oh, okay.
He's like
Oh, did Gigi Hadid?
older.
I didn't like. I mean, I appreciate it, but I don't love it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I appreciate what she looks like, but I don't love it.
I get that.
It's alright. And
It's
the
fine.
colors. It's the colors for me. It's the white with the black lining. Oh yeah, I don't like it because the white with the black
I don't like the
lining,
lip either.
it looks like a tuxedo, like made into something else. I don't like it. The black lining with the white and the yellow, I don't like it.
Okay.
Okay, those are my final thoughts. There's too much to go through. There's too many outfits. It was fun to look at though.
It was very fun to look at. Um, Bad
And
Bunny, and just one last comment.
yeah,
Bad Bunny, I thought he looked snazzy. Like it's hard for a guy to dress up and do something different. Um,
yeah.
but his was a little different. But his face though always looks so funny.
He wasn't
Like
there
the
with
way he puckers his like lips and his face.
was he there with Kendall? No.
They were seen at the after party or like the pre-party together, something like
Oh
that.
yeah, he really went out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks cool.
Yeah, he looked different.
All right, let's move on from the Met Gala.
Wait,
So I saw the Patty Sanger show. Have you had a chance?
I saw the first episode.
So good. I love
Mm-hmm.
it. She's back. I love her. I think there's three or four episodes, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, I love when there's like a like that. Was he that guy that only likes models? Was he in the first episode? Maybe that's the second.
Mm-mm.
He's like this older guy that has money. He's handsome and he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't look old, but he only likes like 25-year-old 6 feet tall models.
Oh,
And she's like, "You're not a 5. You're only a 5, and you want a 15." And it's like, blah blah blah. It's so funny. That's the Patty I love.
I know.
But
She's so spunky. It's hard to believe she's like in her 60s.
no, it's amazing because she gets to the point, which I hate all the fluffer talk. So she's like, "Look, there's not a doctor in front of my name. I'm a matchmaker. I'm not a doctor. If you need a therapist, go find." She's
Oh,
like, "I'm not matchmaking you if you're not gonna like listen to me."
I love that she's still like that.
I'm obsessed. Okay, so that's a really good show. And then, did you see the drama with Drake and what
Yes, I love that you brought that up.
what's what's the other guy's name?
Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar. It's like I don't know what the beef is. Apparently, they have a bunch of diss tracks going back and forth, but
Mm-hmm.
apparently, there's a lot of hate there. And there was a shooting at Drake's house in Canada, a drive-by,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
right after all that mess. And they said that they think that one of Drake's security guards got shot or something.
Oh.
Yeah, and we don't. I mean, it's kind of bad timing if it's unrelated, but it's like because he lives in a really quiet, good neighborhood in Canada, so it's like that kind of stuff doesn't happen there. Apparently, they said.
Well, yeah, he's obviously targeted.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, apparently Kendrick hates Drake and he's like trying to expose Drake in his diss track saying that Drake's a pedophile.
crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, you can get sued for defamation. So
Mhm.
people are saying like what he's saying must be true. Like he must have evidence to back it up. He's not
Can
going
you
to make
get
a whole
sued?
diss track over it
Can
and
you
get
get sued
sued.
though if it's in a song? Because song is fiction. It's not like you wrote a book.
Mm,
You can say whatever you want in a song. No.
I don't know. But people are not coming out saying they totally believe like Drake's a weirdo because remember that relationship he had with Millie Bobby Brown?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, she was like 14 and I
Oh.
think he's like in his 30s and he was like texting Millie and Millie would be like, "Oh, we're just really good friends." Like she's 14 and people would be like, "Oh, what are you saying in your text?" And she's like, "Well, we'll keep that in the text." Like I don't know, it was weird and he was like going to dinners with her, like hanging out with a 14-year-old.
They need to study why certain men, are obsessed with like children. And when I say children, not like children, but like 14, 15. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like,
Like
why?
that puberty age.
Why? Yeah, I don't, why?
I don't
There
know.
must be something, like, that's so odd. But yeah, I don't know if any of that is true, but the shooting thing's wild. Like, I'm curious. And they just randomly, like, I don't, I mean, you would think they have cameras everywhere and find out, like,
Yeah. I mean, there are
are
plenty of rappers who have been killed by other rappers.
that's a classic example of when people make it big. It's like, this is what you're going to do with your time and fame, you morons. Like, what are you doing?
Right?
What are you doing? Live your life. Do good in the world. Like, what? You have all this money, fame, and like, why are you wasting your time with this garbage? Like, what a
Mm-hmm.
horrible way to mess up everything.
Right. Like
Crazy. Who
Yeah, I don't
cares?
get it.
Like, go on with your lives. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird. Oh,
Yeah, but apparently Drake is losing
how?
this diss track battle.
Wow.
And he's a pedophile, allegedly.
Uh, I don't know, but it's a crazy drama. We'll see. They even talked about it at the Tom Brady roast.
Oh, how?
Something they mentioned it. You have more whatever than Drake's whatever. I don't remember.
Oh, gotcha.
Something or other. All right, moving on. I could
Oh,
talk about that.
also,
Yeah.
he exposed that Drake has another daughter that he doesn't see. Because remember when it came out that Adonis, his son, he never saw Adonis until like it came out publicly, and now he has a relationship with Adonis. But apparently he has a daughter too from someone else.
You just reminded me that I saw they did an article because Chloe's baby daddy, what's his name? Whatever his name is,
Tristan?
Tristan. He has other kids, obviously, with all these women, and one of them that he
Mhm.
cheated on her with has a baby, and he has nothing to do with those kids. Like he acts like all cute with the Kardashian kids, but then he doesn't take care of his own kids, which boils my blood, allegedly. And so, whatever. This is unrelated to him, but you reminded me of him. Going back to Chloe, they said Chloe says she's open to female and female relationships. It's like, oh my god, Chloe's like going down. She's just giving up on
Wait,
men because she has such bad luck.
uh, well, she has such bad luck with one man she needs to get away from.
Well, Lamar was a shit show. Her ex
Yeah,
husband. She has a horrible picker.
yeah.
Like, and her
And now
face.
she thinks she's gonna pick
She
just better
looks.
women.
She's changed her face so much. It's like unbelievable. It's sad.
Hmm.
It's sad for me to
It's
see as a
like,
mom. Like if you wanted to change how you look so much, I'd be like, why don't stop? Like you're beautiful, like how you came into this world. You could tweak things, of course, but like when you change to the point that you look like a different identity, that's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes like celebrities will come out as gay and use it as like a midlife crisis moment instead of like actually being gay. Like you can just like kind of tell they're not.
I had a
Like
friend in high school.
like they're just like have all these issues. It's
Yeah.
always the people with like all these issues and then they do it.
They're just trying something new. It's
Yeah.
not a real yearning. They're just, it's like doing drugs. It's just trying something new. But I had a friend in high school and she was actually really gay, like genuinely gay. And then I had another friend that was married, had a kid very young. She got pregnant young, she had a kid young and married young. And then she left the guy and she temporarily got with my gay girlfriend. So they were a couple for like a year or two. And after they broke up, she went right back to men. So it was like a transition. It's just like experimenting.
Hmm.
But yeah, and so Heather McDonald calls that late in life lesbians.
Well, that's the thing. They always do it after like a bad event in their life
Trauma.
instead of just
Yeah.
like actually naturally going into it.
Yeah. They weren't born that way. They never had that feeling till now.
Yeah, until like they started hating men for treating them poorly.
So Nick Vial on his podcast, he mentioned, I don't remember when which is so true. He's like, I think he was talking about reality TV. He's like Ariana from Vanderpump Rules. Like she's getting on everyone's nerves because it's like you're not the first or last person to ever be cheated on. Like she's acting like the mafia of cheating. But it's almost like too she's so vicious to the whole cast. Anyone that talks to him or him, it's like you dated him for 11 years. Like he can't be a monster of a human being just because he cheated on you. Like that doesn't mean that everything else about him is like null and void. Like, oh,
Yeah.
so if he wouldn't have cheated on you, you would have been perfectly fine with his character today. Like, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you get cheated on and all of a sudden he's worthless. He's like the scum of the earth. It's like, no, he cheated on you, which makes him a jerk, but that doesn't discount everything else about him. Like, my God, like it's like so unreasonable. And it's almost
Yeah.
like you chose to be with that kind of guy and you chose to hang around certain type of guys. So like now you can't just say all men, all like your picker is obviously responsible too. Like you have to, like, there's a lot of good men in this world. And you
Yeah, and
choose.
just being one of those people who are like telling a friend like you can't hang out with him is just like
I mean, I get it. I don't want to hear about him. Like,
yeah.
It's different if it's your girlfriend and you introduce her to your boyfriend and then she wants to keep hanging out with him. It's like, no, you're my friend.
No, but
But
it's like
like,
a whole friend group, a reality
right.
show. Like, yeah.
They were already friends. Like, and they're on a
Yeah.
TV show. Like,
Yeah.
it's
And she
crazy.
definitely made it her personality, which, like, good for her for writing it as long as she could, I guess, and getting all these sponsorships out of it. But
It's just, I don't like how she's so, like, she's the queen and everyone's asking permission. And she's just like, I don't care. I'm above this. He's such a loser. Like, I get it. He is a loser, but say it in a different way. More like, I don't know. Like, she's just discounting everything they talk about that involves him. She's like, oh, pathetic.
mm,
Like you were with him all that time.
I
Does that
mean, I
make sense?
get just like hating their guts, I guess.
Totally.
He did that.
But she needs to hate him in a different way. Like it's coming
Yeah.
off like be reasonable about the hate that is well
Mm.
deserved. Just be a little more
Yeah.
reasonable. Like my ex, when I talk about him, I'm like, he was such a piece of shit in these instances, but I could say he's a good father, he's a good this, he's a great friend. Like I can acknowledge he has more to him than whatever else pissed me off, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's a completely evil garbage walking down the street. Like it doesn't make sense. Anyways, so that's that. Gypsy Rose Blanchard got a new nose, teeth, and hair. You saw her?
We did. Yeah, she honestly, I completely understand wanting to, because she said she changed her face because she just wants to start a new life. She doesn't want to be associated with everything that went down. And I totally get that. Like, good for her.
I totally get it. She, first of all, her teeth were awful because her mom pulled teeth and all this stuff that was done to her.
Mhm.
So she needed the teeth. And the nose, she probably should have got that anyways because her nose was, perfect for a nose job. And then her hair, whatever. She could do whatever she wants with her hair, but she's feeling herself. She's feeling good. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
she's
she looks
back with
super
her ex.
cute. She looks confident. The way she talks for not having like proper education and like all the weird stuff that happened to her and for also being in jail, pretty impressive.
Totally.
Hmm.
She's well spoken. She's kind. She's soft spoken. She's
Hmm.
like classy. I love it.
Yeah, I know.
Good for you,
Kind of
Gypsy.
proud of her.
She's with that ex fiance of hers. We'll see how that goes. I don't know anything about him. Hopefully, he's not a bad dude.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I've never seen anything about him, so I have no idea. But
he's not. He's cute. So
yeah,
good for
but like,
her.
how great is someone who like met someone in jail and like wanted to marry someone in jail? I don't know. It's a weird dynamic to want
You
that
have
for
to,
yourself.
but you have to also take into account the fact that what kind of guy is going to want to talk to someone in that position too. Like they have to like kind of like have some common ground, something in common. A business guy from where he's not going to be like, let me go talk to Gyp. Like she has to like,
That's what I'm saying though. Like, how great can he be if he's going for someone in jail? It's not like they knew each other before and he like kept in touch with her. Like they met in jail
yeah.
while she was in jail.
But my point is like you have to meet someone like kind of in your level
Well,
to kind
yeah.
of get to kind of relate and get along.
Yeah.
So they don't judge
I
her
guess
and
yeah,
like
you can't expect too much.
right, right.
Yeah.
Or if they did talk, it wouldn't gel probably because maybe he'd like look at her like I don't know. It's
Hmm.
whatever. But speaking of crazy boyfriends, you saw what happened to Britney Spears?
No.
Oh my gosh, she's been all over the news. So she was at a I didn't know she had a new boyfriend. So she got divorced, right? Or is getting
Yeah.
divorced, whatever that guy she married. She started dating her maintenance pool guy or something. This guy this felon, this ex-convict he's a loser.
Oh, I was about to say, is he like a hot maintenance guy?
No, he looks like bad news. And so he worked for her and he has a record and they were at a hotel and the cops got called and she came out, she has a blanket and she's like in her PJs and everyone's like, "Oh no, she's having another breakdown." Like apparently she was dancing in her hotel. So her story is that she was dancing in her hotel room with him and she twisted her ankle or hurt her ankle or something. So that's why they had to call the ambulance, but for an ankle. And then, but they also said there was reports of them fighting, like having a huge fight.
Oh.
So after that, I saw a wild. So I came across her on TikTok. I don't follow her on TikTok, but I came across her, and she's on a horse on a farm, and she's like You guys, in the caption, she's like, I'm a grown ass woman. I just twisted my ankle. You guys are making something out of nothing, blah, blah, blah. Whatever she said in her caption. And she was like in the video saying, fuck this. I don't know what she was saying. But she's trying to play it off like she just hurt herself and like didn't have this huge blowout with this loser that she's dating. Not good.
See, all this stuff keeps happening after her conservatorship was over, and people are like,
Yeah.
maybe we were a little wrong.
No, you were way wrong. You really screwed her because she's probably, they say that she's losing all her money. Like she's just spending all this money.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
losing all her money. She's dating a felon.
Mm-hmm. She had to pay the hotel for all like the way they destroyed the room. She had to pay, I don't know how much, like a lot of money for the damages. Like she's not on a good path,
Right, and I'm scared something's gonna happen to her.
especially with a guy like that.
Right, like I don't want her to
Ugh.
get into like drugs and like other stuff like that. Like I don't know.
I don't think she needs drugs.
Right.
She's high on life. But no, it's just, yeah, it's not great. It's not
It's
great.
not. I wonder if they can like, well, they probably wouldn't just because her fans and media are so crazy, but like normally if someone's not doing well outside of their conservatorship, are they gonna like fight for to get her back in?
I don't know. Can you do
But I
that?
don't think they would mess with that with the way people acted.
I don't know. But speaking of disturbing, did you see, well, you saw that story. You told me about the story of the two Australians and an American, right?
Mm-hmm. Sad.
They lived in San Diego and you said they crossed the border to go to a beach in Mexico and they got killed because they
Yeah.
got like robbed for
They
tires or
were
something.
robbed, yeah, for like tires.
And it's so sad because because you told me that story, I saw another story that one of the guys that got killed he was set to get married like in 6 months or something. And they show photos of him proposing. Oh, so sad.
Oh, is it the Australian? I think I saw his girlfriend talking.
Yeah. Fiance.
That's so sad.
It's really sad.
And it's so senseless. Like it's over nothing. It was literally over tires.
It's literally over the decision. They woke up that day and said, let's go to Mexico. It's like that decision just changed
Mm-hmm.
the course of everything. It's like all your little decisions make such a big difference, you know? When
I
you
know.
stop, sometimes I'm in traffic and I'm like, ooh, what if I veer off this way and make a left? Like, that's not my usual route. Like, what could happen? I don't know. Like, when you change course, it's like anything different. Like, if you wouldn't have done that,
Right.
yeah. If you
But
would
then
have called
sometimes I
someone,
think like if I just like sometimes I get thoughts in my head and I'm like, wait, maybe I should listen to that. Like
yes,
actually go that way.
always, always listen to your gut.
Yeah.
If you would have called someone 5 minutes before or whatever, it's just like when you pass like on the highway and you see a huge car accident and you're like, if I would have just been here 10 minutes before, I could have been involved in that.
Mhm.
Like, oh,
Well,
I
that's why
hate
they
that
say
feeling.
always like it's annoying, but appreciate the little inconveniences in life. Like
Yes.
spilling your coffee and having to change your shirt or like just like the little things.
The people that were late to work on 9/11, the people that called in
Mm-hmm.
sick or whatever, when you're like, no, like, yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. So there's a couple that they're divorced and they have this 6-year-old son. Did you see the story? Disturbing video shows New Jersey dad. So he forced his 6-year-old son to run on the treadmill. Did you see that? Okay, I'm
Oh
going to show you.
yes, 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 yes. That's so sad.
I'm going to show you. And
Like he
so the
died from
parents,
it.
well, from a lot of things, because apparently the dad really abused his kid. So the mom was trying to get visitations taken away because she knew that he was being abusive to the child. But so I guess on the video of the building he lived in, because this gym is like a public gym. And in the
Mm.
building he lived in, the surveillance shows him like picking up the kid from the floor, dragging him and putting back on the treadmill. And the kid's like, he can't take it. Oh my God, why would you do that? It's,
Oh my God, imagine being that mother.
I mean, this is not the video. It just shows like the surveillance of him like forcing. There's video of it though, of him forcing the kid to run. And apparently, like a few days later, 2 weeks later, the kid couldn't breathe or something. And they took him and he died of like, I don't remember. Like, it's the saddest thing. That poor, and he's so cute. Did you see the kid's face?
No.
And he's not even fat. Like why is he making him do that?
Well,
The
it's the
kid's not fat.
saddest thing when
Even
once
if he
I
was
heard that
fat,
the
but
it's the saddest thing once I heard that the mom was trying to like take the kid away
yeah.
and like the system failed the kid.
The system failed the kid as they fail. Oh my god, this is him. Look at him.
Stop.
I
That's
know.
so sad.
Stop. Seriously. He's so cute. And he's 6. Like he can't really stand up for himself.
I
And they
know.
reported it. These government agencies, they just don't do their job. Like
They really don't. It
every
happens too often.
everything's like, "Oh, we can't help you. We need more." It's like, what more do you need? So during a CT scan, the boy suffered a seizure. And then the initial autopsy found Corey died as a result of blunt force injuries with cardiac and liver contusions with acute inflammation and sepsis. So maybe he was like punching, like abuse, like physical.
Probably.
Apart from, the treadmill didn't kill him, but it was like a factor.
I mean, it must have not been something where like he could leave a mark because then she would have gotten
Well,
visitation
but he
rights.
fell off the treadmill a bunch of times because he couldn't do it. So that injuries, like maybe he fell like on his
Yeah.
stomach and
Yeah.
like all those injuries from falling or whatever else he had him doing. It's like,
Stop. He's just a baby.
this is I don't know. Like personally, I just wouldn't have let him go with the dad. Like I would have, I don't know.
I know.
I
Then that's
probably would have
kidnapping, I
followed.
think.
Yeah, but I would have followed him and taken video or something. Like I wouldn't be able to sleep. I would go crazy.
Yeah.
Like if I actually thought you were abusing my kid, I would go extra lanes to like really like stop.
Yeah. I
I don't
mean,
know.
I wonder, she probably didn't know to what extent, maybe.
Yeah.
So she thought she just needed
Right.
some visitation rights because he was just a little crazy. But
Right. She didn't realize how crazy.
yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God. Imagine being that mother. I can't.
I can't. They
Yeah.
should sue. They should sue. I mean, nothing's gonna bring him back. It's just the saddest thing. It's the saddest thing.
Hmm.
And why were you doing that to your poor innocent child? Why?
Well, people are just sick.
I mean, if you don't like, you didn't have to take him. Like, you didn't. So just leave it with the mom. Like, why do you have to take him
Well,
and abuse him?
people like it's like people who abuse animals. Like they just like feeling superior. I guess.
Did you see Miss
Yes.
Peaches? Dave Portner's dog had her first commercial.
Yeah, I love Miss Peaches. She's just
So
so
cute.
cute.
And the
Looks
flavor was a high
fabulous
noon.
in her dress. Like she's just so cute.
Her gala dress. She's the calmest dog. Like I love her.
There was a video he just posted of her having the zoomies. He's
Yes.
like, I think I've only had 3 zoomies in my life. And he's like,
Stop it. And she fell off the bed and couldn't get back up. I love her.
she's
Oh my
so
god.
cute.
And then it was like a high noon. Is that like salsa or whatever? It was
Yeah,
like
I love high noons.
the flavor was peaches. Oh,
Stop it.
I know.
Cute.
So good. All right. I think that's all we got for today.
I did want to say, have you
Yeah.
listened to Dua Lipa, her album? She has a new album out, and lately I've been listening to albums. I don't usually like go through albums, but like
Wait, but you
Ariana
didn't
Grande, Dua
but you
Lipa,
didn't
huh?
hear Taylor Swift.
I tried, and I thought it was boring. I'm not gonna lie.
But did you hear the songs I recommended?
I don't remember,
You're gonna
but
love the song Down Bad. It's a banger. And Fortnite, obviously you heard, but Down Bad is awesome and Florida is awesome.
okay.
So good.
I still think she released 30 songs for no reason because they all sound more
But
or
those
less
are
the
the top
same.
3. I could do
Okay.
with just those 3.
Out of 30.
Yes.
But Dua Lipa's is actually good. It's
What's
like
it?
groovy and
Is it popular? What is it?
I think so. I mean, she just came out with it like this past week with Tame Impala. Tame Impala, I would say, is more like instrumental EDM-ish. So them mixed together, it's really good. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but Radical Optimism.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really good.
I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
I will listen to it. Did you hear Camila Cabello's song? I love it. 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 I love it.
That's
I
a
love it.
little
I love it.
older,
I'm
but
like,
yeah.
no, that's a brand new song.
From like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it must be a nightmare to sing that song. It's so
Oh, I know. She like tried at Coachella.
the whole time she's on stage, it's like, what a nightmare.
Yeah.
Terrible song to listen to sing. Yeah. So that's all we got.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Oh, happy Mother's Day for this weekend. Enjoy. Love your mothers.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe we'll do a Mother's Day special. We'll talk about it.
Mhm.
Okay, bye.
Bye.